Welcome back to Wealth Theory. Most people spend their entire lives trading their most valuable resource, time, for a paycheck. They wake up, commute, work 8 hours, and repeat the cycle only to realize that if they stop working, the money stops coming in. This is the 9 to 5 trap. But what if you could break that cycle? Today, we are exploring the shift from being a laborer to becoming an asset owner. We're going to talk about building systems that generate wealth 24/7, so you can finally start earning even while you sleep. The biggest barrier to financial freedom isn't your bank account. It's your mindset. Most of us were taught to be good employees, which means focusing on an hourly rate or a monthly salary. To escape the grind, you must stop thinking about how much you can earn per hour and start thinking about what you can build once that pays you forever. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket without requiring your constant physical presence. Whether it's digital real estate, stocks, or a scalable business, the goal is to decouple your income from your time. So where do you start? You don't need millions to begin building assets. In the digital age, your knowledge and creativity can be your greatest leverage. For instance, creating a digital course or an ebook requires an initial investment of time, but once it's live, it can be sold thousands of times with zero additional effort. Similarly, investing in dividend-paying stocks or automated YouTube channels allows you to tap into existing markets. The key is to choose assets that are scalable, meaning they can grow in value and income without requiring you to work more hours. Achieving this isn't an overnight process. It requires a strategic roadmap. Phase 1 is the foundation, where you use your 9 to 5 income to fund your first small asset. Don't quit your job yet. Use it as your venture capitalist. Phase 2 is the accumulation, where you reinvest every penny your assets earn back into buying more assets. This creates a compounding effect. Eventually, you reach Phase 3, the exit, where your passive income exceeds your monthly expenses. This is the moment the 9 to 5 cycle officially breaks, and you gain total control over your life. Escaping the 9 to 5 isn't just about the money. It's about the freedom to choose how you spend your days. It takes discipline to build while others are resting, but the reward of financial independence is worth every sacrifice. Start small, stay consistent, and focus on building one asset at a time. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to Wealth Theory for more strategies on building your financial empire. Now, I want to hear from you. Which asset are you going to start building first? Let me know in the comments below. Most people spend their entire lives trapped in the 9 to 5 cycle, waking up early, rushing to work, trading their time for money, and repeating the same routine every single day. First, it feels normal. Society tells you this is the safe path. But what if this path is actually the biggest trap? The truth is, no matter how hard you work, if you're only earning money by selling your time, your income will always be limited. You have 24 hours in a day, no more, no less. That means your earning potential is capped. This is why so many hardworking, intelligent people never achieve financial freedom. They're stuck in a system designed to keep them busy, not wealthy. Now, here's the shift that changes everything. Wealthy people don't just work for money, they build assets that work for them. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket without requiring your constant effort. Think about it, while you're sleeping, traveling, or even relaxing, these assets continue to generate income. This could be a YouTube channel that earns from ads, a digital product that sells automatically, investments that grow over time, or even a business that runs without your daily involvement. The goal is simple: stop trading time for money and start creating systems that generate money for you. But building assets doesn't happen overnight. It requires a different mindset. Instead of asking, "How can I make money today?" you start asking, "How can I build something today that will make me money forever?" This might mean learning new skills, taking risks, or sacrificing short-term comfort for long-term freedom. While others are scrolling social media or watching entertainment, you're building something that compounds over time. And at first, it's hard. You won't see results immediately. In fact, most people quit at this stage because they don't see instant rewards. However, those who stay consistent begin to see a shift. Their assets start small, but they grow. A video gets views. Product makes its first sale. An investment begins to compound. Slowly, income starts to come in without direct effort. And over time, that income can surpass what a 9-to-5 job could ever provide. This is the power of leverage, using systems, technology, and smart strategies to multiply your efforts. Escaping the 9-to-5 cycle isn't about quitting your job tomorrow. It's about building your escape plan while you're still working. Start small. Dedicate a few hours each day to building something of your own. Focus on creating value. Be patient. And most importantly, stay consistent. Because one day, if you keep going, you'll wake up and realize something incredible. You're no longer working for money. Your money is working for you. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't escape the 9-to-5 cycle, not because they can't, but because they won't. They're too comfortable with a steady paycheck, even if it barely covers their expenses. They've been conditioned to believe that security comes from a job, when in reality, a single source of income is one of the riskiest positions you can be in. If that paycheck disappears, everything falls apart. This fear keeps people stuck year after year, living the same routine, dreaming about freedom but never actually taking steps toward it. Now imagine a different life. Imagine waking up without an alarm clock, not because you're lazy, but because you're in control of your time. Imagine checking your phone in the morning and seeing notifications, not from your boss, but from income streams that made money overnight. That's the life assets can create. And no, this isn't some fantasy reserved for the ultra-rich. It's a system, one that anyone can learn and apply if they're willing to think differently and act consistently. Let's break it down. There are 3 main types of assets you can start building today. First, digital assets. These include things like YouTube channels, blogs, online courses, or ebooks. The beauty of digital assets is scalability. You create something once, and it can be consumed by thousands or even millions of people without extra effort. Second, financial assets. This includes stocks, real estate, or any investment that grows over time. These assets rely on the power of compounding, where your money starts generating its own money. And third, business assets. These are systems or companies that can operate without your constant involvement, allowing you to step back while income continues to flow. But here's where most people go wrong. They try to do everything at once. They get excited, start multiple projects, and quickly burn out. The smarter approach is to focus on one asset at a time. Master it, grow it, then move on to the next. Think of it like planting seeds. You don't dig them up every day to check if they're growing. You water them, give them time, and trust the process. The same applies here. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Another key principle is leverage. Successful people understand how to multiply their efforts. Instead of doing everything manually, they use tools, automation, and systems. For example, a single YouTube video can reach millions of people. A well-designed product can sell 24/7 without you being present. This is how you break free from the time for money trap, by creating systems that work even when you don't. Of course, the journey won't be easy. There will be moments of doubt. Times when you feel like giving up because results are slow. You might even question whether it's worth it. But this is the exact point where most people quit, and where a few push through. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is simple: persistence. The people who win are the ones who keep going, even when it's hard, even when it's uncertain, even when no one else believes in them. And here's something powerful to remember: your current situation doesn't define your future. You don't need to be rich to start building assets. You don't need perfect conditions. All you need is a decision to stop living on autopilot and start taking control. Even 1 hour a day, consistently invested into building something of your own, can completely change your life over time. So if you're tired of the 9-to-5 cycle, if you're tired of trading your time for money, then it's time to make a shift. Start small, but start now. Learn, build, fail, improve, and repeat. Because the sooner you begin building assets, the sooner you move closer to a life where your income is no longer tied to your time. And one day, sooner than you think, you won't be asking for time off. You'll own your time completely. Now let's talk about the reality no one shows you. The beginning is silent. There are no claps, no recognition, no instant success. You might upload videos and get 10 views. You might launch a product and get 0 sales. You might invest and see very slow growth. This is the phase where most people feel embarrassed, frustrated, and tempted to quit. But what they don't realize is, this is the price of building something real. Every successful person you admire went through this exact phase, they just didn't stop. Think about it like this. A 9-to-5 job pays you immediately, but it stops the moment you stop working. Assets, on the other hand, often pay you later, but they keep paying you long after the work is done. It's delayed gratification. And in a world obsessed with quick results, those who master patience gain the biggest rewards. While others are chasing fast money, you're building something that compounds, something that grows quietly in the background until one day, it's impossible to ignore. And here's where things start to change. Once your first asset begins to generate even a small amount of income, your mindset shifts completely. It's no longer theory, it's proof. You realize that making money outside of a job is real. That moment is powerful because it builds confidence. And confidence leads to bigger action. You double down. You improve your strategy. You become more focused. And slowly, your income streams begin to stack. This is how freedom is built. Not in one big breakthrough, but in small, consistent wins that add up over time. One asset becomes two. Two become three. And eventually, your passive income starts covering your expenses. That's the turning point. That's when work becomes optional, not mandatory. You're no longer stuck, you're choosing. But let's be clear, this isn't about never working again. It's about working on your terms. It's about having the freedom to decide what you do, when you do it, and how you do it. It's about building a life where money supports your lifestyle, not controls it. Because at the end of the day, true wealth isn't just about money. It's about time, freedom, and peace of mind. So ask yourself this question. Will you continue living the same year over and over again, just with a different date on the calendar? Or will you take control and start building something that changes your future? The choice is yours, but remember, every day you delay is another day you stay stuck in the cycle. Start today. Start messy. Start small. But start. Because the 9-to-5 cycle doesn't break on its own. You break it by building something that works for you even while you sleep.